Hello everyone, LauncesMechanist, bringing you another World of Warships Legends video. I actually got an interesting notification about an interesting ship that it recently came into the store. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at it. I don't have enough doubloons to take it out, obviously, but, well, it depends. It might change. But you'll see over here in the ships for test, there is a new German battleship, or battle cruiser, maybe? The Anhalt. Let's see, multitude of guns, biggest torpedo caliber in the game, turning torpedoes. Can be rented for a 7-day period, and you get 1,000 doubloon coupon off of it if you decide to purchase it later on down the road. But turning torpedoes, so all I can ask of that is who's copying who? Is the Germans copying the British, or is the British copying the Germans? Alright, as you can see, let's go ahead, let's see, she's tier 7, so let's go ahead and take a look at her, shall we? And she is a big girl. The Anhalt is a big girl, but oh my lord, the superstructure is all to the front. She's got 2 turrets, 4. All these are triples, and 3 turrets aft. Yeah, plenty of guns aplenty seems about right. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. See, high explosive shells, armor-piercing shells, torpedoes, infinite damage control, so not a battle cruiser, a full-blown battleship. Repair party consumable, catapult fighter can be swapped with a spotter or secondary targeting, and of course she's got the German sonar, which is a very good sonar. Let's see, survivability, 69,500 hit points, nice. Armor ranging from 16 to 350 millimeters with a 20% damage reduction with the torpedoes. Artillery, 350 millimeters. I think that means they're 14-inch guns. So you've got 5 triple mounts. Let's see, 350 millimeter, 45 SKC. That might be like 45 caliber model. I'm not sure about the, okay, 14 might say it. DRHLC 1919, so these are like model 1919 guns. So let's see, firing range 17.3 kilometers, reload 30 seconds, turn time 45 seconds, HE damage 4,000, fire setting chance 27% chance, AP max damage is 9,500. Secondary range is, let's see, secondary, she's got 105 millimeter secondaries, L65, DOP LC37s with a range of 6.8 kilometers. This can be increased, obviously. Reload time of 3.3 seconds. Max HE damage of 1,200 with a 5% chance to set fires. And let's see, she's got 6 twin mounts, so that's 6 twin mounts, so that's basically 6 on each side for a total of 12. Then you got the secondary, another secondary armament, 8 single mount 150 millimeter 45 caliber MLP C13s, or MPL, my bad, I transposed the letters there. Firing range 6.8 kilometers again, reload time 8.6 seconds, HE 1,800 damage, and 10% chance to set fire. Bigger shell, bigger boom, makes sense. Let's see, so the 105s, let's see, I know 125 is, or 127 is 5-inch guns, so 105 might be 4-inch shells, and the 150, I think those are like 6-inch shells or something. So you got a 4-inch gun, 6-inch gun, and 14-inch main guns. Torpedoes, 700 millimeter Einzeln. So these are like the British battle cruisers. These are hull-mounted torpedo tubes. You've got 4 of them, apparently 1 on each quarter of the ship, bow and stern, so 2 on each side. Let's see, reload time of 55 seconds, turn time of 15 seconds. Well, they're hull mounted, so they got limited traverse. Maximum damage 25,600. Holy shit, these are practically Japanese torpedoes in a German battleship. Detectability, they are very detectable, 1.7 kilometers. And it's only 1 torpedo, so unless you are like really caught unawares, you should not be. You should have plenty of warning about these torpedoes. Range is 6 kilometers. Speed is 54 knots, so pretty fast, but short range. I see AA defense. You got 20 millimeter flak 38s, 14 single mounts, dealing 42 damage a second at a range of 2 kilometers. You got the 20 millimeter flak Vierling 38s. That's basically the quad mounted flak 38s. You got 16 quad mounts doing a damage of 97 a second at a range of 2 kilometers. Let's see, 37 millimeter flak LM42s. That's 10 twin mounts at 37 millimeters. These have a damage of 103 per second at a range of 3.5. And your 4-inch secondaries get in on the action. The 6 twin mount 105s dealing a damage of 100 per second at a range of 4.5. Okay, so the 20 millimeter flak Vierlings and the singles and the quads, those are your AA machine guns. And the 37 flak and the 105s, those are your actual, like, explode midair flak shells. So decent AA. To be honest, now that I got the Saipan, I kind of wonder how the Saipan or any other carrier is going to stack up against her, but we'll see that later on, possibly. Maneuverability, top speed 26.5 knots, so she's fast, but she's not that fast. Turning circle radius is 900 meters. Rudder shift time is 16 seconds. Concealment, default, well, of course, battleship. Detectability by sea is 15.3 kilometers. Firing main gun penalty is 17.3. Fire penalty also 17.3. Detectability by air is 12.2. This is increased to 19.2 after firing the main guns, and 15.2 if you're on fire. As always, guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers, and your smoke firing penalty is 13.1 kilometers. Don't have any statistics, so let's go ahead and take a look at her, and oh my lord at the armor. Holy shit. Okay, so right off the bat, that is a lot of red. That is a lot of red. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take off all the armor except for the fore and aft, and we'll take a look at her as we go through it. Okay, so right off the bat, her keel, the bottom part of the ship, is 50 millimeters of armor. You've got a 50 millimeter deck. You've got an extended armor belt that goes forward and aft of the ship, of the superstructure in the Citadel. So that's about 170 millimeters. The bulkhead athwart ships looks to be about 250. And then you got the forward end plating, that's 32 millimeters. I think that would qualify it as an icebreaker bow, so, but I think that qualifies as an icebreaker bow, but I'm not 100% sure. I am not the best when it comes to, you know, like what can overmatch what. Let's see. Forward end armor belt going from 170 to 200 millimeters. Probably starts 170 closer to the bow and then gets a little bit thicker at the back as it goes into the superstructure in the main hull. The fore end deck is 32. Let's see. Got another, okay, that's the, okay, there's two different types of bulkheads here. So that is the inner bulkhead. The other one was the outer bulkhead. 32 to 127, you can see that yellow and red flashing. So 32 at the bottom and 250 at the top. So there's an there's an interior deck of 32 as well. Fore and athwart ship. That's that that's the outer area of the bulkhead there. Dang it! Why does this camera always go right back? 32 to 250. Then of course the stern section. You got the keel here. Let's see. She's got a what looks like a split keel, possibly three. Yeah, split keel, possibly 3 engines only. 50 millimeters armor. Then of course the aft end armor belt kind of extends all the way to the rear. Kind of has to with them torpedo tubes. Chances are where the forward end armor belt is, that's also where those torpedo tubes are. So the belt goes 170 to 200. Aft end deck is 32. The plating again is 32. Athwart ship or bulkhead is a solid 250 as compared to the yellow 2 red. It's a solid 250 through and through. Aft end athwart ship is 32 there on the below water line. Athwart ship below water line again is 32. And again, more of the keel. That's the keel for the front. All right. We've got some torpedo protection. It goes from the rear turret or the Z turret all the way up to the forward magazine or the A turret. So A, B, X, Y, Z technically. And it's about 32 millimeters. It's got a little bit of the armor belt in there, though. If you can, let me zoom in. You can see that little bit of red, so it's got a little bit of the armor belt in the torpedo protection, so that's kind of interesting. Superstructure, you've got this little bridge house right behind the turrets, and then you got the majority of the superstructure. It's about 19 millimeters. Topside plating, that's the basically the roof, 19 millimeters. Conning tower top is 150 millimeters. The side, that's the red section where the command housing is, it's 350 millimeters. And then of course the side plating is again 19 millimeters. Okay, take a look at the casemates. Casemates extend from the guns that are housed in the hull, hence the casemate guns. This basically extends all the way, again, from the magazine of Z to the magazine of A, encompassing all the guns within. It looks to be, yep, she's got a turtleback, a slight turtleback, but nevertheless, it is a turtleback armor. The armor belt is 170 thick. Okay, so it might be the reverse. The hull end plating might go from 200 millimeters close to the bow to 170 for the armor belt, and then thickens back out again, which is interesting. Okay, again, armor belt is 170 millimeters. That's the red. You've got a forward deck. Okay, so that's the lower deck that I'm looking at. That's flashing yellow. It's 50 millimeters. You've got a solid bulkhead of 250 millimeter armor and a center line deck. Yep, a third deck. So you got 3 decks. You got the upper deck. Let's see, that's the middle deck of 50. The lower deck is 30. Then you've got the, okay, so the armor belt does thicken out. Goes from 170 to 350 real quick. Okay. Athwart ships again, that's for the rear. And the main, okay, so 2 decks of 50 millimeter steel, 1 of 30 millimeter steel. Armor piercing bombs are gonna, plunging fire and armor piercing bombs might have a bit of a difficulty getting through there. And then of course you got the armored deck slope. That's like the inside, the underside of the turtle back. You can't really see it that well, but it's another 30 millimeters. Now we get to the magazines. Main battery mount armor, top plate going from 110 to 180. So that might actually be her weakness, is the main battery plunging fire through the turrets, because normally the turrets are all red, but these have got a orange color to the majority of the turret. Rear plate is of course a solid 300, side plate 200, bottom plate underside of the turret 120. The frontal plate is 320. So yeah, maybe plunging fire might be the way to go if you're aiming for doing damage to the guns or something to take them out. Barbette armor, which is deep in the hull, is 100 to 350 millimeters. What I'm noticing is that this forward turret does not have a lower stripe of, actually neither does this rearmost turret. So these three center turrets are the only ones that have a large broad stripe of 100 millimeter armor deep in the ship. So I'm not 100% sure what that might mean though. If the forward and aftmost turrets are solid red. Let's see, the barbette armor, 30 millimeters. That's the top side plating of it. And back to the top plating. And now let's take a look at the Citadel. That is a submerged Citadel. Let's go ahead and put the turtle back on her just to see how it looks. Oh yeah. People might actually have difficulty citadeling this ship, I think. It looks like it might be difficult to actually, if not impossible, to dev strike it unless you know full-blown torpedo blast or something. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Citadel. Again, the keel is 50 millimeters of thickness. You got a torpedo bulkhead there of 50. Let's go ahead and put the other torpedo bulkhead back on it. So that's 32 plus 50, protecting the ship. There's your 20% torpedo damage reduction right there. Let's see, the athwart ship, the forward hull is 32 to 250 millimeters. A little bit of strip of red in there. Let's see, to the back. Okay, she might actually be able to get hit through the stern. That is a 32 millimeter plate there. And of course her deck is another 30 millimeters. So that's basically the armoring for the ship. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, she's a paper ship. I had a feeling she never actually, because I didn't find any records. I don't know any records of her. But yeah, okay, so this is the Anhalt in, let's see, superior HE penetration, guns aplenty, high number of guns. She's hidden, so her concealment is better than average battleship. In 1916, Kaiser Wilhelm II received the initial drafts for a fresh battleship derived from the design principles embedded in Battleship Bayern, which, if you're unfamiliar, is the German Tier 5 tech tree battleship. One of the projects featured 5 main caliber turrets, 3 of which were located at the ship's rear. To improve stability, the ship's length would needed to be increased, with 2 turrets moved to the deck below. Under one of the variants, the ship's armament consisted of 5 triple gun turrets housing 13.8-inch 350 millimeter guns, so nearly 14-inch guns. However, Germany's defeat in World War I prevented them from laying the new ship down. Year of design, 1916, so she is a World War I ship. Yeah. So this is actually pretty interesting. But it seems a couple of people are actually renting the ship to give it a test. Apparently, it's a testing period to see how the ship performs. I may or may not decide to get in on it if given time. I'll probably do it just for shits and giggles. She looks to be a very well built battleship. But if I get into the trial period, y'all will definitely be seeing a video on it. But I'd been seeing I'd been seeing a couple of smaller YouTubers, smaller legend YouTubers taking her out. So let's oh wait, okay, let's take a look and see what mods she's got. Aiming system mods, secondary mod 2, AA gun mod 2, main battery mod 2, steering gears mod 2. I've been just looking through here to see if she had anything unique or interesting in here. Propulsion mod, damage control mod, concealment and target acquisition mod. Let's see, secondary mod can be increased to legendary or epic rank. AA gun, torpedo launcher mod, and main battery mod. Okay. So it looks like the way to go with this ship may actually be not a secondary base build, but like most German ships or German battle cruisers, but maybe a main battery mod all the way. I'm still putting Hipper on here just for the hell of it. But other than that, you get like I said, you can rent the ship for 1,000 doubloons, and you get a coupon when the ship is actually released. That lets you get 1,000 doubloons off. I'm not sure if this is a permanent coupon since you rented the ship, or if it will be a temporary one that'll just vanish after a while. Hopefully not, because I'm on the fence about it. But it's kind of a surprise. This was kind of a surprise video. I hope you guys don't mind. But anyway, just showing that off. And if you like, and just a quick update, you know, y'all already know what the campaign holds and everything. But if you liked the video, or if you're considering getting the Anhalt, or if you have gotten the Anhalt, or testing it, comment below. And if you like what you see, punch the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video.